You got the boys with the toys and the big making noise. Okay, part two to that question. In seriousness now, okay? The zombie apocalypse has breaking out, and what is the first thing you do, seriously?
Well, obviously, I would grab my family and go somewhere remote.
Okay.
I think that would be the first thing I'd try to do. Probably grab whatever supplies or anything that I could use to defend myself as soon as possible. Anything within my home.
Okay. I think I overthought it a little bit here, but honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is, first of all, you need to have good enough friends that are local you can trust. You live a little bit too far away. I probably would go with Annie and Jerry, and I would say, Annie, Jerry, take Elizabeth and Lisa with you to this secured location.
Yeah.
I'm going to the store, and I'm going to get everything I possibly can. And if I have to, I would board myself up in a small mom and pop shop for a day or two, gathering stuff, barricading myself in, and seriously just taking out anybody, anything that even remotely looked like a threat.
Yeah.
Anybody who's taller than me or bigger than me or stronger than me is dead. Because I'll have a shotgun. I'll have some kind of implement of death. That's the first thing you gotta get. He's right, you gotta get something instant and fast.
Yeah.
And you can't...
Practical, too.
You can't hesitate. What kind of car would you get?
SUV. I'd try to get like an SUV or a truck. The reason why is because obviously you're going to have to probably drive over curbs. You're probably going to have to drive over some terrain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to definitely need something with cargo capacity. Anything that can carry enough stuff and people, or at least so that you could at least live in it and sleep in it if you had to. Something utilitarian, something that you could actually at least...
There's an interesting thing, and I think it was showcased well in The Walking Dead. There was the initial season 1, the panic. That was excellent because everybody was all of a sudden in the same boat. This is like Stephen King's Captain Trips.
The so-called super flu does not exist.
What did you do?
Everybody's dying, but then things, there's a level out period, what you call a phase 2 or a phase 3.
Yeah.
Or phase 4, which is coming. Phase 4 is coming.
In the next few moments, we will try to give you an impression of a new kind of film experience. If your curiosity is aroused, you are ready for Phase 4.
Phase 4.
We both chuckle every time we hear that. Phase 4. Phase 4 is coming. Phase 4.
With the ants.
Watch out for the ants.
Please, go away.
Anyways, once things settle down, I think that's when I probably would go for a bigger car. I think Vincent Price had it best when he had the hearse in The Last Man on Earth.
just wide enough to keep the flesh apart so their body seal can't function. And how many more of these will I have to make before they're all destroyed? They want my blood. It's their lives or mine. And I still get squeamish.
That's a pretty big car for that time period, you know? He had the big car. It was so he could carry stuff. And if
he was carrying the dead people, throwing them over the cliffs to burn them to get rid of them.
I would definitely go with something like that.
There's the statue that moves.
Statue that moves. We're going to see a statue that moves.
Well, some people say it moves. We're going to show some respect because they're passing by the military.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you put in the highest order of importance? The initial panic's over, and now you got to start to find life. I think Vincent Price had her best, and later on with Will Smith with the I Am Legend. Basically, a place to live.
Shelter.
Shelter, yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
Security. And transportation.
And that's the order you go?
I would say those four are equal, but shelter would be number one. Food is as important.
You can go for a little while without food, and pretty much anything can become food if you're smart enough.
Yeah. Security, obviously, you're going to need that.
What do you mean by security? Like people with you, or what do you mean?
Well, no, I mean like your ability to defend yourself, your ability to be safe, your ability to make sure that if you're ever in a situation that you... It's not just about having a gun. It's also about first aid.
That's true.
Okay, it's about knowing what to eat, when to eat, and how much you can eat, and whatever.
You're like with the gun. I'm thinking a big knife, man. Machetes don't run out of bullets.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
A gun is only so much good, you know, to run out of it. Hold on a second, some respect. That's such a cool sculpture.
Give me 5, man.
Dude, just show some respect, man. What would he do in a zombie apocalypse?
He'd walk on water and walk away from it.
Oh, dude, they're keeping hell hot for you.
No,
bro.
I'm serious. That's what he would do. That's what I'd do. Because zombies can't swim. Zombies can't swim!
Zombies can't swim, but they don't die underwater. Remember Land of the Dead?
Yeah, I know.
George Romero's Land of the Dead? They were all like, oh, we're safe, we're safe. The damn zombies went underwater. They were dead, they didn't need to breathe, they just kept and you know what happened? They came on the shore, like the friggin' Pirates of the Caribbean pirates.
I know, but they still were under the water.
And they walked to the shore and came up.
So if you're Jesus and you're on the water, and the zombies are deep underneath the water, you're okay.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, that's... Never mind.
Dude, you would do that. You'd be the one who does that and gets eaten by a shark. He just said swallowed by a whale. He went Jonah on us.
Yeah, I went Jonah because that's what happened. I went to Sunday school.
When it happened to you, it'd be more like Pinocchio with you. This does kind of go back a little bit to my days before all this, because I would come to the cemetery just for a walk and just to take some shots and stuff and get some footage. This is a cemetery of a fairly good-sized city on the outskirts, and there's a town this way. Yeah, this just sucks.
Oh.
Just touching the ground on that. See if we can.
Hold that.
Yes.
Looks like I got knocked over. Air service, huh?
There we go. Put it back on top. All right.
Let's see, World War II.
2 years.
So he probably was 1888,
Well,
1975, so he was about 90.
Oh, he would be in his serving age.
I think he may be World War I.
Watch out for her. All right, back to the zombie.
Back to the zombies.
All right, this is clearly like the old corner of the cemetery. Well, that's all we have time for in this episode of the Andy's Little Sci-Fi Horror Show. We're just taking an introspective look at what we're dealing with. Yeah. And we're going to stop recording because someone's up there and they're visiting some loved ones, and we're going to show some respect. Good night.
Bye.